Tiniyak ng economic team ng pamahalaan na walang dapat ikabahala sa utang ng bansa. Nila manageable ang debt to GDP ratio ng Pilipinas katulad ng ilang mga bansa at nananatili ding stable ang ating credit rating o ang kakayahan ng bansa na magbayad ng utang. Nagbabalik si Daniel Manalastas para sa sentro ng balita.
Sa unang salang sa Senado ng panukalang budget ng pamahalaan sa susunod na taon, binusisi ng mga senador ang usapin ng utang ng bansa kung saan lumabas sa pagdinig na posibleng umakyat sa mahigit 15 trillion pesos sa taong 2024 pero agad yang pinawi ng economic team.
Very stable po ang ating premium over the US Treasuries. So, meaning to say, a lot of the investors, they would rather hold Philippine papers than other sovereigns. So, that told, makikita po na very manageable at sustainable po ang ating debt structure.
Yung pong 60% debt to GDP ratio, that used to be the qualification requirement for countries who would like to join the Euro community. Our debt to GDP ratio before the pandemic was around 40%, 39%. Ngayon po, because of the pandemic, tumaas po siya. 70% is reasonable. 70% is reasonable. So we're in the manageable range po. In fact, Japan would have a debt to GDP ratio close to 300%. US mga 200%. So hindi po nakakatakot yung debt to GDP ratio na yan.
Dagdag ng National Treasurer, 70% ng utang ng Pilipinas ay peso denominated. Ibig sabihin, wala raw gaanong volatilities na makakaapektuhan niya sa debt service.
Our credit rating agencies, in fact, the Fitch po, they even upgraded the outlook on the Philippines from negative to stable.
Sabi ng NEDA, kinakailangan talaga ang pag-utang para sa mas mabilis ding paglago ng ekonomiya. Pero sabi ni Senate Minority Leader Coco Pimentel, kailangan pa ring mabahala kahit papaano.
Just like us has so much development needs, infrastructure lang, but if you want to grow, we have to access external or internal resources if we want to grow fast. We can grow at the rate without borrowing, but we will be content with 1%, 2%, 3% growth. Is that the growth we want? Obviously, we will not be able to become even a upper middle income country in the next 20 years if that's the only growth that we are aspiring for.
Si Senator Ronald De La Rosa naman may kakaibang naisip para mabayaran ang utang ng Pilipinas.
Meron nagsasabi na mahirap na mas maganda siguro kung mas manganak tayo ng maraming anak. Kasi para lumaki yung population natin at pag lumaki yung population, mas marami maghahati-hati sa utang, mas bababa yung per capita na utang natin sa yung simpleng pinubre na pag-iisip. Don't panic. Walang problema, kaya natin ito. Is that okay?
Hindi naman po nakakatakot yung 60% of our GDP ay reasonable po yan, manageable, at saka pinaliwanag po ng treasurer natin na yung the way we borrow money, hindi po ganun, mga long term po yon at saka fix ho yung interest rate.
Pinakamalaking bulto sa pambansang budget ay para sa social services at economic services. Ayon kay Secretary Amina Pangandaman, pantugon nito sa layunin ng Marcos administration na mabawasan ang kahirapan, mapalakas ang infrastructure program at mapaangat ang ekonomiya. Pagtutuunan din ng gobyerno ang defense at general public services. Daniel Manalastas para sa Bayan.